Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope this video finds you all doing well. Today is the viewer's choice. Yes, it is. I only got 2 votes that I saw from the time of actually starting to make this video. One wasn't clarified, like I said at the time. I got a vote for the horses. I got a vote for the dragons, but I have 2 different dragons, so I didn't know which one, and as of the time of making this video, I didn't get clarification. So we're gonna go with the horses. We'll do the dragons, both of them, in the future. No worries. Plus, I'm gonna put it up to vote again for next Monday. But these are the guys we're using. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna use the coral glitter that was sent to me by my dear friend Cookie. I love that glitter. I could use it every day and everything. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to use this Bright Spring, I believe that's what the bottle says, glitter from the Saya collection, because I think it complements the green and the peach colors in the, or the coral colors in the horse graphic. Let me get my gloves on. I've already got my resin mixed up. Thought ahead this time, y'all. I need to get better nitrile gloves. I do not like these thin medical style nitrile gloves. They're crap if you want my opinion. But yeah, so I'm gonna, I was gonna put the glitter in. I was, oh, let me do the glue trick. It's extra fine glitter. Yes, I needed the glue. I would have needed the glue trick. Technically didn't if I wanted the Saya glitter to float, because it's the big chunky pieces. But this coral is like ultra fine. So I really didn't need to use the glue trick in it. And I barely put any glue in, and it still just made it like a big booger. So, yeah. And I just couldn't get the lid to twist on top because I don't know what I was thinking. I just needed to twist the little top piece. I tried to twist the whole cap and said, we'll just pull it off and pour some in. And, glitter is at your discretion. You can never have too much glitter. You can only have too little, But we're going to get this stirred up. Now, I want to put the coral around the edges. Then I want to do the base, the Bright Spring. The spring is beautiful. They're holographic colors. So you get, in the spring it goes from a dark blue to that dark green. And it's just so pretty. Now, here's where the booger came in to be a problem. It's not going to pour smoothly down into the crevice. And as you can see, it went right over the edge because it's coming out in a thick sheet rather than a pour. My brain was not braining this weekend. Well, end of week, it never brains. On the actual weekend days, it definitely don't brain. And then, of course, Mondays. Well, let's not talk about Mondays. But you know what? It's okay if I got some of the coral here on the bottom. It'll just add a little more color to that green and that blue shift. And I'm not going to be mad about it. Let me get everything out of this cup because, we need the whole booger, not just a little bit of the booger. Anyone with children understands that statement. I'm not really too stressed about fish eyes in it because, like I said, oh, hey, there it is. Woohoo! Our second mess of the day. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. We're just going to keep moving on. Let's get this stirred in here. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I know to be careful with those bottles when I've never used the color before, because when you pull that little dumb styrofoam lid thingy they place in there, like they do in the micas and the chameleon powders. Well, the chameleon powders, they're usually smart enough to seal with the foil, which I'm fine with. You can cut that out, no big deal. But when they put those dumb little foam caps on there that you gotta usually push in to get off, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to use a little bit of this emerald green because I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to like the clear glitter as much for the base. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that to give a little more oomph and a little more color. Here we go. And I'm going to pour it while it's still wet, so it will push some of that. Oh, yeah. Be careful. Oh my goodness. I hate that you can't see the blue shift in this lighting. The Saya glitters, y'all, they're so gorgeous. I'm going to leave the link down in the description. Hopefully I'll remember. But you can see the shift in the cup as I'm moving it. It's such a deep, rich blue in contrast with that deep, rich green. I mean, y'all have to pick up a set of the different ones and check out how they're just great colors. And getting a set to pick the ones that you really like, get a set of each small bottle is really, it's handy rather than go, oh, I love that color. And then when you get it, it don't look the same as in the picture, and you're stuck with a giant jar of yuck, Now, we do still have the cow. We still have the pig. We still have this cute little creepy teddy bear. It's kind of creepy, but it is absolutely adorable. I love the pink colors. We still have this dragon, which he's sweet. And we still have the pretty dragon. So let me know down in the comments on this video. Of course, we still have Jason, too. Let's not forget Jason. I have more, but I want to run through some of these before I start adding more to the stack. But yeah. Drop down in the comments below which one you would like to see me do on next Monday. Because, like I said, I'm going to try to do viewer's choice. If I can every Monday. If not, at least 2 Mondays out of the month. And we're coming in on a new month. So, yeah. So I'm going to clean up the edges on this, and then I'm going to let it cure. But before I go, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. We have as much fun as we possibly can over here. We make messes because that's what we do. We talk smack, we talk crap, and we have fun. Let's face it. This is what this channel is about. But yeah. We're going to let this cure up, and I'm going to go probably play some video games. But yeah, if anybody wants to watch me be really bad at video games and hear me talk a whole lot of trash and accuse everybody of cheating because they killed me, you can tune into my video gaming app, Princess Got You Gaming. It's PrincessGotchu, one word, and then gaming, second word. Over here on YouTube, and I don't stream over there all the time, but I stream over there pretty occasionally. You will hear language you don't want to hear if you're one of those people. So if you are going to be easily offended, don't go. But we will be back as soon as this cures up. Okay, it's cured. That was fast, wasn't it? But we're going to demold it. And I'm hoping... Now, I'm using the new Small Buddy. So far, I have no complaints with this resin. Okay, y'all? If you notice, I didn't even hit this with alcohol. I still got no bubbles. I didn't hit it with heat. Nothing. No bubbles. Bubble free. It's clear as a bell. Yeah. I do like the way the edging and the green and the peach just kind of a variegated. So yeah, I like that. I don't like that it was like 2 separate colors. But we're going to go ahead and get this graphic out. We're going to heat up the old heat gun, and we're going to stick this puppy on here. Now, do I want to put it on the side? I don't know. I guess if I was going to put a saying with it, cut some letters out on my Cricut, it would go really cute off to the side, and then put whatever you're going to say on the side. But I think for the purposes of this video, because I'm not firing up the Cricut because I got stuff piled all over the Cricut. I need more shelving space, y'all. But we're going to go ahead and stick it in the middle and get this done. Now, I made a boo-boo, and you will seal it. Yeah, you'll seal it too. But you will see it in a moment as I heat this up. Be careful where you're aiming the heat on your heat gun, especially if your piece is still mildly soft, because this is by no means as squishy or, you know, it's tough bend, not easy bend soft. You know what I think you know what I mean. But yeah, I accidentally hit the edge of this with my heat for just a little too long and caused a ripple, and it wrinkles and it softens. So please be cautious, and definitely don't do what I'm doing and stick your fingers under the dang thing. These guns get hot, and if your fingers are too long, you will blister it. Excuse me. I probably just scared the crap out of 90% of you. I apologize for that. I should have paused the voiceover when I cleared my throat. But we're going to heat this up. A popsicle stick is going to be your best bet for smoothing this down, because, you know, you hit it with the heat, then you got to rub it down to get it to unadhere from the, I don't know what kind of paper this is. It's some sort of transfer paper that they put these on. But yeah, don't use this giant scraper. I think that might have been part of my problem. If you look down on that lower edge, you can see where the heat sat on there too long. You can see where it's starting to wrinkle. And I'm glad I noticed it when I did, because if I hadn't, I probably would have kept overheating that one spot, and it would have ended up liquid again. Because when the resin's not fully cured, and even after it is cured, you can put it in heat and bend it. But when it's not fully cured, you can turn it back to liquid. And that's not good. You can actually liquefy it, I believe. Some brands I've seen, you can liquefy them once they've been fully cured. I mean, sitting for 2 months and you hit it with a heat gun, it will make it, you know, runny again. Not like, you can't like pour it into a cup runny. But like, it will liquefy at the top layer, and it's just not good. And this is not sticking down yet, because my scraper is not working. Now, I think you could probably use your Cricut scraper, because it's a much smaller scraper, and you got more control. Of course, it's got, you know, more of a little bendy. I believe it's a little more flexible on the scraper piece. But popsicle stick works just fine, especially if you use one of the bigger, like, tongue depressor sizes. But we're going to heat this. We're going to squish it. We're going to scrape it. And we're going to get it peeled up off of here. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of the colors? Did I kind of mix match them pretty good? I'm not going to ask if they're the prettiest thing you've ever seen, because, you know, it's a blanket statement when somebody says that. They're not literally saying, isn't this just the cutest thing you've ever seen? They're not literally saying that it is. It's just a blanket statement of, you know, oh, it's cute, it's adorable. But you get those people that it's not the cutest I've ever seen. Well, that's fine. It was a blanket statement. I wasn't literally saying it was the cutest you've ever seen, you know. But what do you guys think of the horses? I think they're beautiful. It is one of the prettier ones that I've seen. We'll appease everybody with that statement. How's that? I did get a wrinkle in it, but I just needed to lift it. I'd set this glue gun down because I can't do it one-handed. But I'm going to, since I didn't get it all the way adhered down, thankfully, I'll peel it up and smooth it down so I can get this crease out of it that I have. This one did come off of the paper a little more different than other ones I have in the past. I've had other ones that are just like rubber and you can't get them off. But there we go. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to mix up a little bit of resin, about maybe an ounce. I don't think I need much more than that. That way I can seal this in. I need very thin layer. This, as much as this is a tray, it really has no depth to the inner portion where the tray piece is. So you got to be really careful pouring extra resin in there, or you'll fill it right up and you'll just have a rectangle brick. But I'm going to use some of the Kiss Rail. Since the small buddy's dry, it doesn't matter if I put the Kiss Rail over top of it. I do have just a little bit of this stuff left. I do need to get rid of it, so I'm going to use it. And what a better way to utilize it than just as a top coat. And there we go. I put the hardener in here. Again, we'll get it all stirred up. And I finally figured out why it's so hard for me to clean this mat. Now, those little tiny 15-inch mats that you get, you know, they're like, what, 15 by 12 or something? They're just the small mats. If you ever notice, one side of those is matte, one side of those is gloss. The gloss side, super easy to clean up. The matte side, not so much. That's usually what ruins, and you end up having to replace your mat because you just can't get everything off it. Well, these giant mats like this one that I have, that I paid like $15 for, they've only got the matte coloring. So, eventually, I've had it for 6 months now, something like that. That's about their lifespan. Because I noticed that getting certain chemicals on the mat will cause a bubbling effect. You do need that gloss. So my recommendation is, when you're purchasing a mat, especially if you're going to spend any money on it, make sure it has a glossy side. You will get much longer use out of you'll get your money's worth, let's put it that way, because you'll get way more time with your mat than you do with the ones that they sell that are, for whatever reason matte and not gloss. So yeah, definitely read it, look really closely at the pictures, make sure it has at least one gloss side, because that's the side that's going to be easy to cure. I've noticed the gloss ones do not get that bubble when you drip stuff on it. I've seen many people with the matte base mats, I've seen their stuff bubble when they've dripped this or that chemical on it on accident, or they've spilled something on it and it's just bubbled up. I believe I want to say was it Epoxy Me That? I think it was Epoxy Me That. She has a pink mat. She spilled one of her bottles got knocked over with one of her liquids in it, and it just bubbled the mat up. And small bubbles like that, you can wash your mat in hot water and hang it. It's supposed to fix it. I don't know if it actually works. That's what Google says, and I don't believe everything Google says. But yeah, try to get your mat with at least the high gloss. Much easier to clean, much easier to tend to. It doesn't get that bubble if you spill stuff on it. Like, yeah, because hers, I believe, was like a gold colorant or something that she accidentally spilled on it and it bubbled. But I'll be in this market looking myself for a new mat, because I do want that gloss. If I can't find one, I'll pour my own. I'm not scared. I'll tape off the top of my table and turn the whole thing into a silicone mat. But there you have it, you guys. It's just going to cure up. It's not going to look any different than this. I love it with the top coat, taking off that dullness to the photo. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to vote. Let me know what you want to see next Monday. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notifications if you want to know when I drop another video. Go check me out over on my gaming channel. I do that live, so we can actually chat. Just remember, there will be a delay between your comment and me being able to see it on my video game console, and we'll be good then. But yeah, I'm going to go delete some of the horrible videos I have over there. So I can start fresh with my new viewers. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I love each and every one of you. I hope everything you do turns out brilliant, amazing, and exactly the way you want it to. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Hope you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day. Bye-bye.